Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. I am Shelly.
And I'm Jason. It's been a hot minute since we've done this. I
Wow.
kind of forgot what to say, and it's kind of weird since I've been doing the lives in the morning by myself. It's like I've got somebody to fill time if I don't have something to say. So it's
You
like
know,
it's
I
great.
can talk, right?
Yeah, it's great because I always keep, and I'm like I'll run out of something, and I'm like, damn, I wish somebody would say something. I'm like, shit, I'm all alone.
I
So
always try to get on there when I can and, like comment and ask questions and stuff. But sometimes when I'm busy at work, I can't get on there.
oh, I understand. But honestly, I appreciate everybody that comes in there. We got some good conversation going. I kind of got on a rant a little bit this morning about all these libtard judges letting all these people out. So,
Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Bill.
hey, Jeanette and Bill. Jeanette was the first person in here tonight, or the first person to comment.
Yeah.
So she gets the golden ticket award today. So Mike will be running in right behind her, I bet. So
Hey, there's Forrest. I saw
what's up,
you.
Forrest?
I got to meet Forrest's wife this last weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, she's super nice.
Well, he says that she's mean. That's what he
She
told me.
might be mean to him, but she wasn't mean to me.
Have you seen that shirt that says "My wife beats me"?
Is that what he needs?
Yeah, I told Whitney I was going to get one of those shirts. All it says is "My wife beats me."
Did you see that post that he put on Facebook where he was sitting at the mall?
Yeah,
He was at Greenwood Mall, dude.
I know, and I was like, "You called me," because I put in there. I was like, "That looks like Greenwood Mall," and I was like, "Are you in Bowling Green?" And he goes, "Yeah," and I was like, "Why didn't you call me?"
Right? You could have gone up there and sat on a bench with him at the mall.
I would have, and just people watch. So
there's some weirdos at the Greenwood Mall. You could have done some good people watching.
oh shoot, man, there's weirdos everywhere. We ran to Sam's the other day, and Lincoln was like, "Can I get a pretzel?" And I was like, "Sure." So we're sitting down over there. He's eating his pretzel, and I'm just sitting there watching people. And I don't know, Mike's mowing. Good, Jeanette. Keep him working. He needs to work. So, but yeah, so I'm sitting there just watching people, and I love to watch. And when I'm shopping, I like to look at people's carts and see what they've got in their cart. Do you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I look over, and I'll be honest with you, I judge people by what they put in their cart.
I don't know if you judge them. Well, we sit there and we're like, oh, they must be like millionaires because their cart is 3/4 of the way full.
That or they're on EBT.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, the Hatfields are here. Hey, Hatfields.
Yep. And look, and Melanie's here too. And then Forrest said, didn't know I was stopping until I was told. So Forrest is covering for himself.
There you go.
But it's funny. Well, it was several months ago. Forrest is like, "I'm coming through Bowling Green. Do you want to eat lunch?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He was coming. He's going to Lexington, Louisville, or something. And where I was working at is like super close to Steak and Shake. And I was like, "Let's just meet at Steak and Shake." So we met at Steak and Shake, ate, had lunch, hung out for a while, and then I told Whitney, I was like, "Forrest came through today and we ate lunch." And she's like, "Well, where'd y'all go?" And I was like, "We went to Steak and Shake." She's like, "He drove through here and you let him eat at Steak and Shake with you?" And I'm like, "What was wrong with it?" I was like, "There's nothing wrong with that." She's like, "You could have went somewhere nice."
Come on, Bill.
Yeah,
he hit the ground running this morning, starting at 5. He had chores done, unloaded 500 pounds of pig feed, and had all the tools and equipment ready after breakfast and did house sitting chores. Holy moly. All by 9:30 in the morning. You go, Bill.
Wow. I'm not going to talk about what little I got done then. So Bill, yeah, it's like, okay, sure, Bill. Way to steal everybody's thunder, Bill. Appreciate it. So.
Lord. So who's our sponsor today?
We are our sponsor, the Sustainability Store. Go check out.
Okay.
Yeah, go check out the website, KentuckySustainableLiving.com. We have medical bags, IFACs, all the individual supplies are all in stock, ready to ship. I ordered the other day, I got a monster box of our vehicle med bags and our IFACs shipped in. So I've got a monster box of those things sitting there ready to ship out. We've got tons of individual supplies. I mean, if you need tourniquets, if you need gauze, band-aids, all that stuff, everything is sitting here, right over there, sitting there ready to go. So they are our sponsor. We are the sponsor for the show today. But also, if you want to go to VacMasterFresh.com, look up the chamber sealers. The other day I ran those 2 lambs through the other day. I mean, we probably had time to seal them up after the lamb class, but I was like, let's just go home. We got done in a good amount of time. I was like, I'll seal this stuff up because I was going to go ahead and grind everything anyway. But I used the VacMaster to seal everything up like nobody's business. It will not let you down. So go check them out. Use the code Homestead and you can get 15% off. And heck, they've got sales all the time going on.
You know, Patty and I were talking about that this last weekend, and we were talking about different things that people, you know, like it kind of goes through trends or fads, different things that people buy for their homestead. You know, they see other YouTubers doing it and promoting it and all that kind of stuff. And Patty was talking about how she really didn't feel like she would ever use like a freeze dryer, but she said that her and Darren were really looking into getting one of those VacMasters. And I said, you know, it took me a while to get it, but now that I have it, it's like one of my favorite things. I use it all the time. And, you know, even if I go to the farmer's market and find surplus, or I find a great deal on something at the store that I want to put up or something like that, or harvesting our animals, whatever, or even marinating meat and that kind of thing, it's great. I'm so glad I bought it. It's one of the things that I'll continue to use. And that compared to, what is it, the Food Saver brand?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Like we had a Food Saver before that. Actually, we had like 3 Food Savers before that. And every, I don't know, year and a half, the thing would just quit working and we'd have to go buy another one because you had to have something to put your meat up, you know? And this thing just works great. I love it. I'm so glad that we bought it.
Oh yeah. My only complaint with the VacMaster, the one I've got is too big to go in the house. That's the only complaint I've got. So I'm going to buy a smaller countertop one just to do the small stuff. You know, if you've got some leftover stuff, I absolutely hate walking down to the shop to seal stuff. So my next purchase is going to be their countertop model. So, hey, Grit and Grace is here.
Hey, Grit and Grace. He said it's not a frequent occurrence.
Well, you didn't have to tell everybody that. You could have been like the hero from here on out.
Right.
Yeah. But at least he's honest, though. So
I don't know if I'm gonna plant sweet potatoes this year. I don't know. I think I want to plant more regular potatoes, but I think I want to stagger it so I can stagger my harvest.
I ain't planting nothing. But I've got strawberries coming out the wazoo right now.
Hey, I've got strawberries.
Do you?
Like, I just went out there tonight and looked at my herb garden to see how it was going, and my herbs are growing great, probably because of all the rain that we've had. But I've got strawberries out there. I don't have as many as you, but I've got some.
I'm hoping. I tell you what, last year the strawberries were super sweet, and then this year then it's still early, really, for the strawberries for me. They're not as sweet, but I'm hoping with this little bit of rain, they're going to get a lot sweeter. But I've got to get the stupid rabbits. I'm probably going to kill some rabbits because they're all over the place. I don't.
Me too, Bill. Me too.
You gotta write it on your hand. So
right.
Just write stuff on your hand and remember it.
Where are you located, Grit and Grace?
She's up north somewhere. She won't tell me exactly. She's got OPSEC.
Ah, gotcha.
Hey, Grit and Grace, how did the cows go? She took a bunch of cows to market. How did they do? What did they bring a pound? Melanie.
She's in the mountains of Maryland.
Okay.
Marilyn's got, or Melanie's got asparagus and strawberries growing right now.
I don't know whatever happened to those asparagus crowns that you gave me, and I planted them. I don't ever know what happened to them.
My asparagus. Did you see my last video about the ram lamb?
Yeah.
My asparagus is getting huge. Like, I am tickled with my asparagus.
Wow. I don't know. I planted it in one of the raised beds, and I don't know what happened to it.
I think this is the 3rd year, and I think I'm going to let it go one more year before I start cutting it. Because right now, like, I've got really tall plants, and like some of them are male and some are female. I think the females are the ones that kind of look like ferns or whatever. But they're getting all kinds of like little sprouts at the ground. So I think if I let it go one more year, they'll spread out even more. I'm super excited about the asparagus.
Wow.
And some of them are like, I mean, they're like, I don't know, that big in diameter. They're huge.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how those will taste, but they're big.
Be like chewing on a piece of bamboo.
Maybe. It'll feed us.
Yeah. I tell you what also is going gangbusters. I've got comfrey that is freaking knee high right now.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's crazy. Grit and Grace said they brought about $2.20 a pound. Is that about the going price up there? Because I've seen out in the Midwest, some of this beef was going for like $4 a pound live weight. And I'm like, holy crap. So
that's awesome, Bill. Awesome.
Wow. But yeah, and talking about the freeze dryer and stuff like that, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't use the freeze dryer as much as I should. I really need to get back going at it. It's just, I forget about it sometimes. And then I think about it, at like 9 o'clock at night, it's like, crap, I should have done something or run something through there. I've just got to get back in the habit of running stuff through there. So this stupid, the prices aren't great here. Yeah, this stupid thing on StreamYard, I don't know. It's got this share your affiliate link now, and I can't see the last comment. It really pisses me off, and I don't know.
There's not a comment after that.
Huh?
There's not a comment after that.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see Grit and Grace's comment because this share your affiliate link.
Well, I mean, that's on mine too, and I can see theirs.
There. It didn't go away. Stupid thing. All right. Okay.
It'll be all right.
I didn't know we had an affiliate link. Who cares? All right. It just pisses me off. So, all right. Shit, I forgot where we were at. Freeze dryer, VacMaster.
Sponsors. Do we do the news story first or what we're doing on our homestead?
We can do whatever. I don't care. Do the news. Tell me what you got going on, because part of it kind of laps over because we did the lamb class.
Yeah.
So, but tell me what you got.
Oh, what have I got going on? Okay, so we bought a lamb.
What'd you name it?
Backwards in this video thing. We bought a ram lamb and brought him home. His name, he's black, and his name is Johnny Cash because he's the man in black.
All right.
And when we introduced him to the girls, they lost their mind. They were freaking out, and the girl that we have that's black, she kept headbutting him. And so he was running around the tree and the little shack that we have out there for him. He was like trying to hide from her, and she was, wherever he went, she was right there, right up his hind end. And so finally, about, 2 hours later, I went outside and they're all out there laying together and everything's cool. And now they're all fine. I guess she just had to let him know she was boss or something.
I guess a little domestic abuse went a long way on that.
I guess. So yeah, we brought him home. And what else? We've been planting the garden. I've got cold crops in, and like lettuce and romaine and cabbage and stuff like that. I planted a bunch of onions. I got 7 rows of potatoes in. I got a bunch of herbs in. I planted a bunch more strawberries to go with the ones that were coming back from last year. And then this last weekend, we went up to Millersburg, Ohio to Jeff Smith's conference. It was the Heartland Self-Reliance Conference and had a fantastic time. Randy and I met Patty and Darren from Hacks for the Homesteader, and then our friends from Pennsylvania, Bill and Karen, and then also Drew and Melody Hatfield were there. And so we all just hung out the whole weekend, and we went to Lehman's. It's like, if you've not been to Lehman's, it's like Disney World for homesteaders. Like
Really?
they have everything. And if they don't have it, you don't need it. They seriously have everything.
Really?
And then we went to this Amish antique store that's like 2 stories and super huge. I found a huge 5-gallon glass, like a water jug, but it's glass to make wine in. I'm so excited. I FaceTimed Josh and I said, "Hey, can we make wine in this?" And he was like, "Heck yeah, we can make wine in that." I said, "Okay." So I got that and brought it home. But Jeff's conference, it was phenomenal. He had some really awesome speakers. People there talking about everything. The classes that I went to, I actually got to go see Chronically Healthy, who is going to be they were at our festival last fall, and they're going to be at our festival this summer. They taught about like functional medicine, and it's there. I'm giving my spin on this. They pretty much will help you decipher through all of the lies that your medical professionals tell you. Yeah. And I'm not saying that every doctor is a liar, but doggone, there are so many things that I've been told over the years that's just crap. And so, yeah, I love sitting down talking to Erica and Dylan. And then they also taught a class on what's in your food. So like it's pretty much about like reading labels and stuff and what all of that translates into what you're actually consuming on those labels, because they hide all of that crap in big words that you don't understand, and it's got like 35 syllables and all that kind of crap. So they talked about that. And then there was a guy there that taught about water, how to filter water, how to make, purify water. And then he did another class on how to find water if you think that there's none around, like even in a desert or whatever. There was somebody there teaching about sourdough. There was somebody there teaching about fibers, like wool and stuff like that. There was a guy there talking about, I'm not going to say this right. It's some kind of home defense that is not a bullet.
Like
it's got what?
Rubber bullets?
No, I didn't go to the class. Bill went to the class. I want to say it sounds like Berkey. Is it Bernie? I don't know. I think it starts with a B, but it's like, I think they explode when they come out, but it's not a shotgun. Right. And it's not supposed to kill you. It's just supposed to deter you. I don't know how I feel about that, because if somebody's trying to attack me, if I don't have a bullet, I don't know that whatever that was is going to stop them, but I don't know. But there was somebody there talking about that. He had a great festival, a lot of great speakers, really, really good vendors, a good variety of vendors. The next festival is going to be next May on the 15th and 16th. If you didn't go to this one, you need to go to that one, because Jeff has got a good thing going up there. The venue is great. It's air conditioned. It's just like ours. It's climate controlled, all of that kind of stuff. They've got food on site, and a food truck was there. It was a good event. Berna, that's it. Yes. Melody said Berna launcher. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Hit some of the comments. It's easier for you to highlight them.
Okay, hold on a minute.
I know Grit and Grace said she wants to go to Lehman's.
Yeah, Melanie says, Lehman's on my to-do list. I'm hoping to take my mother-in-law this summer. It is awesome, Melanie. You need to go check it out. I do a version of version of guerrilla gardening and plant things all around the backyard like most people put flower. That's how you need to do it. That's permaculture, right?
Yeah. Well, Grit and Grace, I tell you what you need to do. You need to make a trip to Lehman's, and while you're down this far south, you need to just come on to Bowling Green to the festival.
I don't think you know your maps.
But she's going to come from Maryland and go to Ohio, then she can come straight on down to Kentucky. She's like halfway there.
It's not like, it's not, that's not true. Lehman's is closer to the Great Lakes, man.
So?
We'd love to see you, though, Grit and Grace. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying. Yeah, okay. Jeanette said, somebody around here said not to plant till Mother's Day. That would be me. But Mike has potatoes coming up and garlic too. Our blackberries are blooming. He's got a lot of seeds that have sprouted. Potatoes and garlic, you need to plant early. I mean, garlic needs to be planted in the fall, and you harvest that in June. Potatoes you can plant early, but like tomatoes and peppers, those are the two main things. You need to wait till after Mother's Day or Derby Day, whichever one you want to say. But yeah, they shouldn't go on the ground until then. And how great is it, before I put another one up here, how great is it that the Kentucky Derby, the Sovereignty beat, what is the other one?
Libtards?
No, it's Sovereignty was the one who won, and he beat out, it's like another word for media. Can't think of what it is.
Okay.
The horse. What?
I didn't watch the Derby.
It was apropos though. I loved it. It was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Okay. Let's see. Forrest said the B class was great, and my wife liked the how to escape from restraints class. Those are both going to be, so Greg New from Jeff's festival came and talked to me. He's going to come and teach beekeeping at ours. And the guy, what is his name? The lock picking guy.
Dayton.
Chandler? Huh? Dayton. Yes. He's going to come and do a class at ours as well. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's kind of cool.
Now wait, Grit and Grace. She's fully intending on coming, God willing. I've got a question for Grit and Grace, because she came over from Jay's channel at Prepared Citizens. Are you coming to see us, or are you coming to see Jay?
What's wrong with coming to see Jay? He's a super nice guy.
I know she's probably coming to see Jay. She doesn't care about us.
I think you need to calm down. My wife actually has a little red laser pointer that she keeps on the bedside table. She figures that most people understand that a little red light on the center of your chest is stranger danger. I love that. That's so awesome.
That or if you got a cat, the cat will attack the person.
Right. I can only see Bill and my own comments. Why? Are you on Facebook? Because if you're on Facebook, there's only 2 people on Facebook. No, that's Melanie and Doris that are on Facebook. I don't know why you can only see them.
Jeanette's on YouTube. Jeanette, it depends on whose channel you're on.
Yeah, if you're on Kentucky Sustainable Living, you'll be able to see more. But if you're on my channel, you won't. There's only 3 people on there, which is fine. Journalism. That's it. Thank you, Melody. It was Sovereignty beat out journalism at the Kentucky Derby. Is that not hilarious? I love it. I've been trying to figure that out too, Jeanette.
Well,
let's see. And then Melanie said, my mother-in-law has learned after 50 years of gardening to wait until Mother's Day for most plants. Yep. That's what my mom always said, plant after Mother's Day. And Bill said, I can't see anyone else's comments either.
Well.
But we appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. So what have you been up to at your place?
Grit and Grace says she wants to meet all of us. So, I don't know. We did, Saturday we did the lamb class. It went over like gangbusters. I was happy with it. So, had a good time with that. Put a good amount of stuff in the freezer. And Jacob, it's Jacob B. Peterson on YouTube. Jacob is going to put out a video. He took a bunch of video of that class. So check out Jacob's YouTube channel and be looking for it. So there's a bunch of video going to come out with it. We had a good time. I mean, I think everybody learned some stuff. It seemed like everybody was happy. And, I mean, I asked everybody and they're like, yeah, we learned a lot. So that with the rain, really, I wanted to mow the yard. I finally got the yard mowed yesterday. So I probably should have cut it for hay, honestly. But I'm really thinking about it. It's still green and everything. So I might take I got one of those little deals that you pull behind the lawnmower to the lawn sweepers. I'm really thinking about running over that and then just taking all that grass and throwing to the animals and letting them eat it. But I got my Condition 1 case came in for my Starlink, and me and my brother cut it out Sunday, cut all the little foam out and made it fit all nice and neat and everything, and threw it around for a little bit to make sure it wasn't going to mess up. Did that. I'm working on a radio kind of go box for radios. So I've got it cut. I'm waiting for, the little battery, the little power banks you can use like to charge your cell phone and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm going to order a couple of those to put in there to where you can recharge your radios if you need to. So I'm working on that, and I ordered a couple new radios. So those are in and ready to go. So I've been kind of screwing around with some stuff like that while it's raining. So that's about all I've done. I got to fix the fence over on the neighbor's property because a tree fell on it. So I was going to do it yesterday after I mowed the yard, but that grass is like knee high and it was wet. And I was like, I'm going to be soaked from my knees down. I was like, I really don't feel like doing it right now.
I don't blame you. It rained the whole time we were in Ohio, which was fine because, like I said, we were inside most of the time. But, like everywhere we went, we're running from the car to the place to get out of the rain. The rain was it was yucky.
Somebody could have made a bundle selling, what are they called? Ponchos.
Yeah. That's
what you should have done. Bought them 99-cent ponchos from Walmart and sold them for $5 a piece. So, Grit and Grace says, I have to wait until Memorial Day to put my outdoor garden in. Yeah, I would say being that far north, you'd have to. So, what is it? What did Bill say? There's a stupid mosquito in here.
He said, I just switched to Jason's live and I can see all the comments now, Jeanette.
It would be nice if they put it all in one, like when you simulcast together, if they would just put it all in together.
Clint said he's making hay with his yard also.
Yeah.
It's been raining so much, it's hard to get a day that you can actually mow, and then your garden or your yard gets out of control.
Yeah. So I've still got probably an hour of weed eating I need to do. My weed eater ran out of line. It's like, I don't know, 6:30 or something. I was like, I don't feel like restringing this. I'm just going to call it quits for the day. So, all right. Tell us the news. You said it wasn't one of your better ones, but
it's not one of my better ones, but it is funny. I think you guys will get a chuckle out of this.
Nobody taking the ribs out or anything?
No, none of that mess.
The wind chime.
So in 2015, so it's been 10 years ago, but this story just came out like a few days ago. I think I'm not sure why it just came back up again. But anyways, in 2015, Glenna Durham shot her husband, Martin, in their home in Michigan. She hit him 5 times and then attempted to turn the gun on herself. When the police arrived, Glenna was still alive and claiming that she didn't know who shot them. And investigators initially thought that it was a double murder or a murder attempt since the woman had sustained a gunshot wound to the head. So the police come in and she's laying there. Her husband's dead. But they had a parrot. And so when the cops got there, the parrot, they're trying to figure out what happened. The parrot, his name is Bud. He keeps saying over and over and over in the same voice as the husband, like in his voice, right? Mocking or mimicking his voice. Don't shoot. Don't effing shoot. And he kept saying that over and over in the husband's voice.
That's funny.
So then the family, I don't guess the police really thought much about it, but the husband's family, they were like, something's not right here. And so the police started investigating more. They went around and found a series of suicide notes that Glenna had written to their family and said that the couple were financially in financial difficulty because of gambling issues. And their debts were so large that they were facing the prospect of losing their home. And the investigation then turned toward the idea that Glenna was the shooter. So the reason that she was in prison, and she got like 30 years, the reason that she was in prison was because the parrot would not shut up. He kept saying, don't shoot, don't effing shoot.
So moral of the story is kill your parrot if you have one before you're
you should have shot the bird first.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God.
That's some of the funny stuff that'll get you tanked. I mean,
yeah.
All right. Well, it's like a story I did the other day. This kid got that when I was doing one of the morning shows. Apparently, this kid torched these 2 Teslas, and the guy got off because his lawyer argued that if he was going to stay in custody, it was going to mess up with his sexual reassignment surgery.
So they let him out of jail.
They let him out of federal custody. But the moral of the story is, I told everybody on the live, I'm like, if you're going to do something stupid and get arrested, claim that you're going under sex change, and then they're going to let you out. So now that's another thing. Kill the parrot and claim you're going to have a sex change, and you're going to get off. So
yep, I'll do it. Did you hear that Trump is supposed to be like signing an order or something that they can't have any trans people in the military?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
That's going to cause like an uproar. I mean, whether you agree with it or not, people are going to be pissed.
But if you really look at it, the trans population, or the mentally unstable population, is only like 0.1% of the population, if you really look at it. But it's the whole thing is the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Right. Well, I think the mentally unstable population is a lot more than that, but you're right about the trans population.
Or the squeaky wheel gets the lube.
Why we gotta go there? Why we gotta do that? Why we gotta go there, man?
I was wondering if anybody's going to
you act like you're doing a podcast with Randy. I mean, come on. Good Lord.
All right.
Well, what's next?
Well, I called you earlier and I was like, hey, do you want to talk about the tariff stuff a little bit?
Yeah, and let's talk about it, man.
It seems like a lot of people are like, holy crap, the boats are stopping. We're not going to have toilet paper. So, but most of the toilet paper is made in the U.S., so don't freak out and run buy toilet paper because it's made in the United States. But I don't know. I started kind of looking into it, and like I said a few minutes ago, I bought a couple more radios because those radios are made in China. So I knew I wanted a couple more handhelds, so I went ahead and bought those. They got plenty of them in stock. But with the tariffs, well, first off, with the supply chain issue, it takes something like 6 or 8 weeks for those boats to get from China to the ports in the United States.
Right.
So apparently what was it? And I wrote a few notes. The LA port, whatever that port's called, but the port in Los Angeles is down about a third of the boats that they usually get this week. So, and they're saying that it's going to be, less and less as everything goes on. Even if China.
So if that number's down, that means people aren't ordering the stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies that have canceled or delayed orders from China because they don't want to pay the tariffs. They're like, hey, Chicom, hold off on sending us this stuff. Let's see what's going to happen. But
they're thinking this is going to go away, I guess, right?
Yeah, but then the thing is too, even if Trump and China, even if we came to a consensus right now tonight, there's still going to be a supply chain shortage because there's no boats coming over. It's not like an automatic thing. So we still might see some supply chain shortages and stuff. So we got that. Some of the stuff I looked at, and I kind of dove down a little bit of a rabbit hole about, hey, Miss Sharon, good to have you here. Miss Sharon's always here.
Yep, she's always here.
All right. 95% of our ibuprofen comes from China.
Wow.
Yeah.
95%? That's
what they said on the interwebs.
Good Lord.
And everything on the internet's right. So.
Right.
90% of the hydrocortisone comes from China.
So when you say that, what that says to me is that the other 10%, I don't know where the other 10% or the other 5% comes from, but if it comes from the U.S., that is a major opportunity for that U.S. company to ramp up production, right?
Yeah. I mean
that's what it says to me.
That's what I would do. Now, I know a lot of our drugs come from India.
Yeah.
The dot, not feather. So, all right. And then, what is it? 70% of the acetaminophen and 45% of penicillin comes.
Huh.
So that even if they're to solve everything right now, we still might look at some supply chain shortages. And of course, everybody is comparing this to the COVID shortages. So they said it might get as bad as that, but they're not talking your staples like your toilet paper, your paper goods, your food and stuff like that is not going to be messed up near as bad as like toys and laptops and cell phones and stuff like that.
Electronics.
Yeah. So
I know where I work, one of the major issues is stainless steel or steel in general. Most steel manufacturing is in China. Yeah. I mean, we don't make it here much anymore. And I know because we get container trucks in for a couple other parts that we get from China. And I know that the last container that came in compared to the one that we're supposed to get in a couple of weeks, there's $100,000 price difference on that container.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. It's nuts.
Oh yeah. Well, like overnight. And that's the thing. Billy was talking the other day that he was talking to a electrician over in North Carolina. Lowe's, when the tariffs started coming in, Lowe's jacked the price up on copper wire on the stuff they already had sitting on the shelf.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't that be against the law, or is it against the law? They shouldn't be able to do that.
You got to prove it though. So, but yeah, I mean, all these people, it's just like, I mean, if you've got inventory right now, you should not be able to jack the prices up on the stuff that you've already got. But there are businesses that will do it. They'll jack the price up and blame it on tariffs and do that. So, but I mean, like I said, a lot of the companies are canceling their orders on stuff like that and saying, hey, hold off on these orders. Let's see what's going to happen. So, and then it was saying on some of these articles I was reading that essentially it's going to affect like back to school stuff and then the holiday stuff. because the buyers for these big companies like Walmart and Target, Home Depot and Lowe's and all this, those buyers are already looking, months ahead. They're already thinking about Christmas and back to school when it's, spring really still. Yep. So they're always like 2 seasons ahead. I mean, heck, they'll have Christmas stuff out next week at Walmart. So.
But, they've already got lots of companies that are bringing back manufacturing to the United States. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be painful for a little bit, but it's a good thing that it's not. I mean, the jobs are coming back here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hit up, right here. Hit up the yard sales. Exactly. And then that will also it'll probably get you better quality stuff if you're buying older stuff. And you probably won't have to pay a 3-letter agency that will go unnamed. They're 6% or 10% cut on it. So, let's see what Miss Sharon said. Didn't Amazon get in trouble for posting 2 prices, one regular price and one including the tariff? I heard something about that.
Actually, it wasn't. They weren't posting. They did get in trouble because they were doing it, but it wasn't 2 different prices. They were showing what the regular price was, and you know how like when you go to check out, it'll show your subtotal and then tax and then maybe shipping and then your grand total. They had a line item for the tariff charge to show people what they were paying in tariffs, which is what Temu and Shein and all of them do that too. And but those are Chinese owned companies, so I guess you can't really control them. But Trump had a talk with whoever's in charge of Amazon and was like, hey, you don't need to do that kind of thing. And they ended up taking it off. But yeah, they got their hands slapped over that.
Oh, yeah. And Forrest, I think the U.S. is setting India up to take over. Yeah, I think so, too, because India does a lot of drugs. I know that.
India works with us, though.
Yeah, not like smokes a bunch of drugs, but makes a bunch of drugs. But they might do a lot of drugs in India, you think?
They got a lot of people. Who knows?
I mean, hell, if I was that cramped in one of them cities, I'd be doing drugs all the time. So, let's see. Thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome, Miss Sharon.
All right. But yeah, hey, another thing, the next big holiday that's coming up besides my birthday, and if anybody can guess my birthday, let me know. But the next big holiday besides my birthday is fireworks. Where are all those made? Those are all Chinese. So, but I would say as close as we are to the 4th of July, wouldn't they already, those things would already be on the boat over here, I'd say.
I agree, Doris. 100%. I agree. Yeah. She says, I think it would be painful for a time, but I will be happy to see things made in the USA again. I had tried for a few years and could even find what I was looking for. You remember, so like, oh my gosh, I think Jessica might have been a year old. So this has been like 35 years ago or something. I worked at Walmart up in Indianapolis, and it was a big deal. You know how they have those signs, the big Walmart sign with the price on it, and it's all in all those end caps and all that stuff. We had all of these little signs that we would stick on there that said "Made in America." Yeah. And the boxes would come in, and on the outside of the box, it would say if it was made in America. If you had a product that you were putting out that was made in America, you had to put one of those signs on the price sign so people could find those and see that it was an American-made product. They don't even have American-made. You never see those at Walmart now. It's never distinguished that that's an American-made thing. They probably threw all those away.
Yeah,
it'd be a big deal.
It would be great if manufacturing came back to the U.S. Yeah. So, I mean, go back, just think, our parents and grandparents, they could work at one job their whole lives, retire with a pension, and be able to afford, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and cars for both of them just off doing that. And now a lot of people can't afford that with 3 jobs between 2 people.
Yeah.
So... Yes. No, Miss Sharon, it's not July 4th, my birthday. Memorial Day's got fireworks too. Yeah. So,
older items have much better quality, and yard sales have great deals. You're absolutely right, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Love going yard selling.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, just like a hoe, I've got a hoe, a garden hoe. I'll qualify that. No, wrong kind of hoe. Look, you took it there, and you got mad at me for taking it there. I have a garden.
I wasn't even paying attention to you, dude. I didn't take it nowhere.
All right, I have a garden hoe that was my dad's. It is freaking, the steel on that stuff is amazing. The handle is awesome. I have never messed that thing up, and I've got a new garden hoe. Literally, I hoed like 4 weeds, and the end came off. And I'm like, what a piece of
right.
And I can take that older garden hoe of my dad's, keep a file in my back pocket, and file that thing, and put a razor edge on it, and it's good to go. That other one, hell, you try to put an edge on it, and it just rolls over. I'm like, this thing sucks.
I would say probably at least half of the stuff that we get from for our farm, we buy from auctions and yard sales and stuff like that. I mean, it's really the only way we can homestead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Green Grace, it will be painful, but you got, just like anything in life, I mean, anything you really want to do. I mean, if you're going to start getting in better shape and working out and stuff like that, it's not going to be fun, getting up and running every morning or lifting weights. It's going to be a little bit of pain, but then you get what you want. So, I mean, some of the stuff, if you're looking to get some stuff, go ahead and get some stuff now. If you know stuff that's made in China, go ahead and get that stuff now. I mean, like if you're thinking about getting some solar panels and some lithium batteries and stuff, all that crap's made in China for the most part. Go ahead and get that stuff while they've still got it in stock and everything. So, stuff like that. I mean, especially, and then, I mean, if we're looking at it, we hit on the over-the-counter medicines and stuff like that. I mean, stock up on some OTC meds. So, but Miss Sharon, I got a bunch of old garden tools at the yard sale for $2 each. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it, and I guarantee it's a lot better quality than what you buy now.
Speaking of over-the-counter meds, well, even not over-the-counter meds, like prescription meds too. So this weekend, actually it starts today out in Kansas, Midwest Preparedness Project. They're having their festival this weekend. It'll run through till Sunday. So if you're in the Kansas area or surrounding states, it's in Lawrence, Kansas. You need to go check it out. It's a fantastic festival. Rainey and I went last year. And they're actually, Joel Salatin is going to be speaking there, I think, on Thursday. I think that's the day that he's talking. But it'll go through till Sunday. They actually have a vendor there that is a nurse practitioner, and you can get prescription meds.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get like ivermectin, you can get Zofran, you can get antibiotics, he's got all kinds of stuff there that he sells, and you can put it comes in blister packs, you can put it into your preps, and it's good stuff. So yeah, if you can find somebody like that at these festivals, you can get hooked up with the stuff that you need to store up.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do the drawing?
Yeah, let's do the drawing.
Or hey, you want me to tell you this here real quick while you're getting that ready? This is some of the weird stuff, or some of the stuff that I found at China that we import from China. Apparently, down feathers. We import $1.9 billion of down feathers, which is 77% of the country's imported supply.
Do we have a shortage of geese or ducks or something?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
So I mean, if you want a down jacket or a down comforter or a down pillow, right now is the time to buy it. Let's see. Footwear is $9.8 billion a year, or 36% of the footwear. Cutlery, dining utensils is $3.1 billion. Almost 30% of the glassware in the United States is imported from China. 28% of furniture and bedding. And
Wow.
then apparel, there's like 17.3 billion worth of apparel. And actually, we have found out Granny is not crocheting all this stuff at home. We import knit and crocheted clothing is almost $10 billion a year from China. So Granny is not sitting there crocheting your sweater. She's ordering it from China and pretending like she's
so the next time you get that gift bag at Christmas or on your birthday with a knitted sweater in it, you can be like, did you really make this?
Yeah. Check the tag unless she cut it out.
Yep. Sharon said they incinerate them every time someone coughs. Okay. Melanie said, went to a flea market last week and found a conservo cooker steamer that they stopped making around the 1920s so she can continue canning. Hers wore out last year. Finally, they were made at last.
Yeah.
They were made. Yeah. They were made to last. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. All the old stuff.
Yeah. All right. So we had roughly, let's see, we had 22 people. Not 22 people, because some people bought multiple tickets. So if you bought, like, I think there was one guy that bought 5 tickets. So their name is in here 5 times. You got an entry for every ticket that you bought. If you bought 2, you got your name in there twice, however you want to look at that. So I've got this in a spreadsheet that I have. It generates a random winner. So I'm just going to hit enter. All right. Our winner is Richard Morgan. I don't think you're on here right now, but Richard, you won the Refuge Medical Workshop class.
All right. We will send him an email with that.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
What did you want me to do? Da, da, da!
Yeah, but congratulations. Hey, Miss Sharon was talking about the down feathers.
I got you.
We incinerate all our birds when they cough because of the bird flu. That's why we're having to import so much.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand now.
Yes, that's what it is. So, all right, guys, that's probably about all we got tonight, guys. Run to the website, KentuckySustainableLiving.com. Check
Hey,
out.
wait. I want to tell you. So all of our speakers are on the website. Almost all of our workshops are on the website. But this last weekend, when I was up in Ohio, I met a couple new guys who are going to come and do workshops for us. One of them is a beekeeper. So he's going to come and teach about beekeeping. So if you were interested in learning about beekeeping, you need to come check out Greg's class. And then the other one, Mike Adkins, who, let's see, he wrote Edge of Precipice. He's an author. He's also a U.S. Army Special Forces. He's going to teach a land navigation class. So you guys want to check that out. It's not on the website yet. I've emailed them and said, hey, send me your stuff so we can let people know that you're coming and get them on the schedule. But I want to give you all a heads up that those are 2 more workshops that we've added, and that is included in your $35 ticket price. Yeah. So they'll be there that weekend. Yeah. Mike was a cool guy. I like him. He's a super nice guy.
Oh, yeah. And there's a few spots left. I'm pretty sure the Refuge class, the afternoon class, is sold out.
Really?
I think so, because I was looking today, and the other day there was an option for morning or afternoon, and there's only an option for morning right now.
I'm going to check that out right now. Yeah, you can't get an afternoon class.
Yeah. So the afternoon class is sold out.
Well.
And it won't say how many. Does it say how many are left for the morning?
It does not say.
Usually when it gets down to like 5 or 6, it'll show.
Yeah. But on the thing, it has listed July 18th from 8 to 12. Do you think they canceled the afternoon class?
I don't know. It had morning and afternoon before where you could pick.
Okay.
Maybe some people don't want to get up early.
Maybe.
So,
That's awesome though. Yay.
Yeah. Go check out the website, buy your tickets, get some first aid and medical stuff while you're there. We're actually probably going to have some water filters on there pretty soon and a few other things. We got a couple different water filter companies that we're talking to and trying to get all the stuff done for them where we can sell some of their stuff. So that should be up there soon. But if there's something you need that's not on there, contact us and we can get it for you. So that's all I've got. It's time to go eat dinner now, I guess. So I will be back by myself Friday morning. So tune in Friday morning, 8 o'clock Central Time. And I'll be here with clickbait and coffee. So, Shelly, you got anything else?
Y'all have a fantastic week.
Yep. Do something good. Don't take away or add to the population. You ever heard that?
You're so weird.
Well, if you think about it, don't take away or add to the population.
Okay.
So, all right. All right. Good night, y'all. We'll
See y'all later.